A coalition of major publishers is suing Florida over its school book ban law. The move comes after the Florida Department of Education told public school leaders to remove any book that contained so-called sexual conduct. The suit claims the 2023 law that increased scrutiny of school library books is unconstitutional. It rather unconstitutionally limits free speech. Now, the State Department of Education called the lawsuit a stunt. CBS News correspondent Cristian Benavides is following the story for us, and he is in Deerfield Beach, Florida. All right, Cristian, let's talk about how this law is maybe different from some other laws. But first off, can we talk about what sorts of books are being impacted by it?
Anne-Marie, good morning. Well, in theory, the books that should be impacted by this, according to the Florida law, are books that have sexually explicit content. I'll give you a list of some of the books that have been pulled from the shelves in some of the schools here in Florida. You've got Brave New World, Slaughterhouse-Five, Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls, Anna Karenina. But there are other titles as well that have also been pulled. There was in one case at a Miami-Dade public school where the poem A Hill We Climb by Amanda Gorman, which was read at the inauguration, was pulled from the actual physical copy, had been pulled from a certain section of the library, so it was restricted in that school. While in theory, this law states that these books should have sexually explicit content for them to be pulled, in practice, what has happened is that, according to free speech advocates, anyone from the county just sort of walks in, says, hey, listen, this book, I don't agree with it. And then these books have to be pulled expeditiously. And the process for the review of the literature, there is no set amount of time for it. So the book could be, in theory, pulled indefinitely from a certain section of the library or from the school in general.
Yeah, so you listed off some classics. I think, the Amanda Gorman situation, if I recall, the woman who actually lodged the complaint had admitted that maybe she hadn't even actually read the poem. I got to recall some of the reporting. So explain to me who the parties are involved in this lawsuit and why are these publishers arguing that the bill is unconstitutional? I think it's sort of obvious, but explain their argument.
Right. Well, these are some of the country's largest publishers, including the largest publisher, Penguin Random House. You've also got two parents who are the plaintiffs in this lawsuit, who are representing two students. And on the other side, you've got officials from the State Board of Education, and you've also got school boards from the Orlando area that are the defendants in this case. But ultimately, what I'll have to say, and I'll just go back to what you just mentioned about whether or not parents are actually reading the material, or the people that are filing these complaints are reading the material that they're then putting a request for it to be removed. There are cases where parents have admittedly said that I haven't necessarily gone through all of the material, but I believe that in the case of Amanda Gorman's poem, that it could be divisive for folks who are in that school. And that's what's at the crux of this. The free speech advocates have said that anyone, and the law says that any county resident can walk into a school, they can file a report that they want a book reviewed, and the book has to be pulled within 5 days. And after the book is pulled, it can be pulled for as long as it takes to review. How long could that process be? That's really what's at issue here, because these books could be removed for as long as they need to be reviewed. I should note that the state says there are no book bans in Florida. That's according to the state's education department. They say that this is just about sexually explicit content, keeping it out of the classroom, out of curriculum. And there are many parents here, there are school board members across Florida that have tried to, through elections, get elected into the school board, and essentially that agree with these positions. Certainly, it's just a controversy that continues to grow here in Florida. Anne-Marie?
It certainly seems like it. And just I did a quick search, and the woman who complained about Amanda Gorman's poem admitted that she only read portions of it and not the entire thing. Cristian, thank you so much.